Hey, Dennis.
Oh,
And so I think those are the ones. There's Victor and Becca. So coming in.
hello, people.
Yeah. All right, we're recording. And hey, do you see we're going to start at 6:30?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
It's still 6:30, so we're on time. Okay. So I would like to officially start the meeting. Welcome to the New Braunfels Photographic Society monthly meeting. Okay. You'll have to bear with me just a second. I'm having to move a whole lot of screens around. Okay. All right. So this is our monthly meeting at Zoom, and it looks like we'll be Zooming till the into the new year. So I want to welcome all the current members, any new members, and any guests that we have. So I know we have potentially a new member in the audience tonight. Let me see if I can find them. You can't hide forever without you disconnect.
Is that Eric?
Ed. Oh, Eric. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I need to get some new readers. Welcome, Eric. Eric is our newest member. So welcome, and I'm glad you came back.
Thank you very much.
All righty. So moving on. Oh, wrong direction. Moving on, I want to say thanks to our sponsors, okay, who without some of the things that we do we wouldn't be able to do it. Photos and Pembrey is an organization that we participate in. We participated 2 years now with them, and I'll tell you more about that a little bit later. Digital Pro Lab, which sponsors our prize for the monthly assignment photos, and Final Works that sponsors our contest that we have from time to time. I think we've had like 3 so far this year. Camera Exchange provides a 10% discount on camera accessories and things like that. And then the Center for the Arts, okay? And in the chat window, I am going to put in links to the sponsors, and I ask y'all to go visit them and see if they can do anything for you. There. The links are in the chat window. You want to copy them and paste them somewhere so you can go find them whenever. That would be great. Okay, next. We have 3 social media platforms that we use to communicate. Our main website, our Facebook page, and our meetup site. Okay. For anybody new to the group, I guess tonight that'd be Eric, or anyone that hasn't got on the meetup site yet, or whatever. At the end of the meeting, if you'd like me to give you a tour of the sites and tell you where it's easy to find some of the things that we post, I'd be happy to do that. Okay, it's time to approve the minutes. And what I'd like everyone to know is that we asked our members to go to our website. You'll see we have a link for meeting minutes. And if you click on that, you'll see the link for last month. And if you click on that, you can download the minutes, okay? And you can read them. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. But normally at the meeting, we just ask for a vote to approve the minutes if there's no discussion. So at this time, is there a motion to approve the minutes as is?
Motion.
Okay, I've got a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, Melissa made the motion. Daryl seconded it. All in favor,
Yes.
say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, the minutes carry as is. Okay, now we're going to have a treasurer's report provided to us by Sharon. Here is a copy of what she has for this month's treasurer's report. Go ahead, Sharon.
This month, our opening balance, the beginning of October, was $1,956.25. We had really no activity this month. We have 19 cents in interest, so our ending total is $1956.44. And this 2000 number, I have to take out. I don't know where that came from. It must be from last month. We have no outstanding checks. I have one membership check to be deposited. And look, I guess we'll be talking about dues later, but because of some changes in the way we're doing dues next year, I will have to refund some money to the person who sent that check. Otherwise, everything's okay.
Okay. All righty. Okay, club business. The 2021 Board of Directors election is this month. Okay. Homer is the committee chairperson for the committee, the nomination committee. And this is the slate that Homer provided the board for the October board meeting. So this is your current slate, and it's the same slate that we showed at last month's meeting. At this time, I'd like to ask, are there any additional nominations from the floor? Apparently there's not. So I'd like, hey, Dennis,
Yes.
Homer, am I allowed to make the motion, or does someone from the floor have to make the motion?
Someone from the floor should make the motion.
Okay.
I'll make the motion. I move that we accept this slate by acclamation.
I second.
I second it, yeah.
Okay. Then all in favor of accepting this slate from acclamation, say aye.
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 Any opposed? There are none, so the slate carries for next year, 2020. Shoot. Scott, are you in here?
No, I don't think he's here.
Albert?
Albert.
I'm here.
Hey.
I'm here.
Okay, congratulations, Albert. Welcome to the board.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, your duties will start promptly on the 1st of January.
Okay.
And is Beverly here? Nope. Okay.
Nope.
Cool. All right. So PSA member club news in regard to the competition that we're currently participating in. I'm going to turn it over to Dennis.
Okay. Well, all of the pictures that we submitted have gone to PSA. They're actually not due until the 15th of this month. So sometime after that, they'll get looked at and, evaluated. And I don't know how long it's going to take them to get us something back. But the next iteration is not until the 15th of February. And what I intend to do is ask for submissions of photos somewhere around the first week of January, so we can get them in, and then we can have a selection committee and choose the photos and get them to PSA by the middle of February. And then there'll be another iteration 2 months later in April, so that'll be a little quicker turnaround. And after that, they'll make a determination as to, you know, who wins the contest and what the standing is among the clubs.
Okay, so we have to wait till the end of the third one to find out?
Yeah, we have to wait to find out. Now, I think we're going to get something back on the pictures we submitted. It'll just be, I sent out what their criteria is for judging them, and you'll get a number back. They won't give you a critique back, but you'll get a number back on that. I just don't know how long it's going to take them to do that.
Okay.
But the final, what the standing among the clubs are and the final results will not be until after April.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you, Dennis. Okay, so the board met in October, and one of the topics of discussion was the 2021 dues. And this is what the board has come up with. There's not going to be a change in dues for 2021, but we are trying to provide an incentive to get more people to join PSA as well. Okay, so if you join PSA, you'll get a 50% discount on your dues for 2021. Okay, so that basically means if you're individual and your dues are $30, then if you become a PSA member, you only have to pay $15 for 2021. If you're a family membership, instead of paying the $50, you would only pay $25 for the family membership. Students, that would be $750. So if they're a PSA member as well. Okay, so hopefully this will give y'all something to think about. Go to the website, check it out. I believe the current membership rate for PSA for a year with a digital copy of their monthly magazine, it comes in at $45. Okay. As far as dues go, since we're not meeting in person, we're going to need everyone to send their check or money order to Sharon. And the address is listed here, and I'll post it in the chat window as well.
One other thing, Victor, we do have a Venmo account now attached to our checking account.
Oh,
So if people have Venmo accounts, they can send it that way. If they want to shoot me an email, I'll send them the information they need.
okay. Well, that's awesome. I didn't know about that. I knew we talked about it, but I didn't know y'all were able to get it up and going.
Yep, did.
Okay.
A lot easier.
Okay, the information on the dues and the address, if you're going to do check and not Venmo, is in the chat window as well for everyone to see. Okay, 2021 logo contest. 2021 is our 10th anniversary as a photography society, and we thought it would be kind of neat to come up with a new club logo. So everyone should have got the email notification announcing the contest. So far, I've gotten 2 entries in for the contest, and those 2 logos look pretty nice. I like them a lot, but I'm eager to see what everybody else comes up with. Okay, this is our 10th anniversary. Well, yeah, 10th anniversary year coming up, and we need a new logo. And there's a lot of excellent folks out there that can do some really nice work. So,
Hey, Victor,
yeah.
what is the deadline for submitting a logo?
Does anybody remember what was in the email?
'Cause I don't.
Okay, it's in the email.
It's December something.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was sometime in December is the cutoff date because we want to pick the winner and announce the winner at the January meeting.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So Becca, did you get the email?
It was December 7th.
December
Sure.
7th? Okay.
I just looked it up.
Okay,
Okay.
super. All right. Okay, so just heads up on that, everybody. Okay. And the logo that you come up with, you need to email it to me. I'm collecting, and then we'll shoot it out, and we'll let the club pick. Okay, 2021 assignment themes. Okay. We had talked about having classes to talk about 3 of the assignment themes: the March theme, the June theme, and the October theme. Okay. So what we're going to do is we've set up a YouTube channel, and I'll talk more about that. I got a slide coming up on that. But the club has a YouTube channel now. We've got one video on it. It's the video that Amanda from Digital Pro Lab did. It's posted there. If you didn't see it or you couldn't attend when we had that, you can go to the YouTube channel and play it. I'm going to, for the HDR and the high key and low key topics, I'm going to do, right now the plan is to do one video that just refers you to a couple of links that I think will give you the information that you need rather than producing an actual video. And then the straight out of camera will be a separate video that I hope to have up by the end of December, okay? To give you more guidance on how to prepare for that topic, okay? Are there any questions? All right, moving on. YouTube channel, I told you it was coming up. That is the link to the YouTube channel. I think, yes, I can. I'm going to post it in the chat so that you'll be able to pull it from the chat as well. There, it's in the chat, okay? Like I said, there's one video right now, and that's the one that Amanda did on calibrating your monitors and printers, okay? And by the end of December, well, by the end of December, we'll have a couple more up there. Okay, upcoming events. Digital Pro Lab, one of our sponsors, currently has until the 15th and 25% off if you want to do your own Christmas cards through Digital Pro Lab, okay? The promo code for that's Early Bird 25. Okay. Final Works has a promo going, 50% off canvas printing. There's a promo code right there. Not sure how long that's going to run, okay? So if you got something that's ready to go, but I would check into that if you like doing canvas. Okay. Camera Exchange is having their fall expo, and it's going to be virtual. Okay. But you have to go to a location to get tickets. Let me see if I can get that link to you. Yep, here it is. There's a link to get tickets, and the ticket is just to let you log in for the virtual. And then there's a event page that they have. So I have 2 links in there, and they've got prizes. So far, they got Camera Exchange is going to have 2 $50 gift cards, 2 $100 gift cards, 2 $200 gift cards. And then there's a $400 gift certificate toward any Tamron Lens purchase, a $250 gift certificate toward a Sigma lens purchase. And there's a Fuji Instax SP-3 printer. I had a XP2. It worked very well, and it works with any camera, not just Fuji. Okay, and it's just one of those like small Insta printer things that prints out like a 3x5 or something like that. Okay. So you need to go to their details page so you can see what you have to do to be eligible for any of the raffle tickets or these prizes being given away. Okay. Okay. The Naturescape Awards presentations via Zoom on November 14th at 4 p.m. I sent everyone an invite to that. We don't have anything to do with it other than we have members of our club are in that show. And I think it would be neat if as many of us that could showed up to show support. So if you're free, jump in on that. The Christmas party this year. The Christmas party this year is going to be via Zoom. Okay. So got some other things in the works, but I don't have details to share right now. Okay. But the cases, the COVID cases are starting to go back up. So the board felt it wasn't safe enough yet to have a in-person Christmas party for December. So we'll still continue to be Zooming until into 2021. Open discussion. Okay. This is your time to ask questions or whatever. And I'm going to, based on my windows, I'm just going to go around and ask each individual person if you have something you'd like to discuss. Anthony, we'll start with you.
I don't have anything really.
Okay. Dennis?
Nope, I've got nothing.
Okay. Eric?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay. Becca? Thumbs up or thumbs down, Becca, because you're muted.
Sorry. Okay. Can you hear me?
No?
Hello. Can
Yeah.
you hear me?
Yeah, we
Hi,
can
Becca,
hear you.
yeah.
I was just kind of curious again about the YouTube channel that you were talking about.
Okay.
Are you calling for like videos do you want us to provide videos for the YouTube channel?
Right now, the plan for the YouTube channel is to, we're going to post content that we make up. And if we have guest instructors or something like that that would like to do a program, because our current meeting platform is short, and it's hard to get a program in and critique photos. I think that, well, right now the plan is, and the board can take it up further at the next board meeting, but right now the plan is to try to have an educational night and then post that on the YouTube channel. Just like the video from this meeting this meeting's being recorded. So sometime tomorrow, the video from the meeting will be posted up on the YouTube channel. So members that missed the meeting can go to the YouTube channel and watch the meeting and see what went on. Okay?
That's great. I really appreciate that.
Okay. William.
No, I'm good
Okay.
for now.
For now? Okay.
For now.
All right. Sharon.
I don't have anything.
Ralph.
Well, I've got a surplus of studio strobes if anybody is interested. It's a 300 watt second flash point. They normally run about $200, so it'd be about half price if anybody's interested. There it is.
Okay, super. And Ralph, you know, you can go to the Facebook page and we have a photo album for, sell, trade, camera gear. If you want to post some photos and put some remarks in there too, it'll go up in the Facebook page and you'll reach,
I'll have to look for that.
you'll reach more people. But please do it in the album. That way we can always find it, because once a post comes through on Facebook, it's like it goes to the bottom, once you actually see it once, it goes to the bottom of the pile, and it's like takes forever to try to find it or something like that. But if we know it's in the photo album, which will create the post in the feed that, hey, these photos were just posted by Ralph, and to put the remarks up there too. So it goes in the feed once, but it's always findable in the album. Okay, Homer?
Nothing right now.
Okay, Sandy?
Don't have anything. Thank you.
Okay, Melissa?
Nothing.
Daryl?
Nothing, thank you.
Okay. Frank?
Nothing from me, thanks.
Holly?
I'll get the Venmo info from Shearin and do a club email with that information as well as her address and the breakdown for the 2021 dues with a discount for PSA membership, and get it out to everybody so it's easy for everyone to access and find to send in their 2021 dues.
Super.
That's all I had.
Thanks, Holly. Jeff?
Nothing for me, sir.
Okay. Barbara?
She's muted, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, nothing for me.
Okay. Sue?
Crickets.
Patricia?
Nothing, thank you.
Okay. Ed?
The only thing I've got, I used to have a MacBook Pro, but I sold it. I have 2 keyboard overlays. They're like skins that go over the keyboards. One's for Lightroom and the other one's for Photoshop. If anybody's interested, let me know, and I will give them to whoever may want them.
Super, super. That's very gracious, Ed. Albert?
Good right now, Victor. Thank you.
Okay. Greg?
I'm good.
Okay, super. I'm gonna come back to a couple of folks, and I'll start with Ralph. Ralph, is there any news on the volunteer front? In case everybody didn't, some of you may not remember, but Ralph is the chairman of our volunteer committee.
Nothing new there. The local senior center is is like us. It's very separated. There's nothing going on there.
Okay. All right. And then let me find them. They're hiding. Oh. Is Daryl still here? Oh, there he is. There he is. Daryl, would you like, is there anything to share from the New Braunfels Art League? You're muted. Daryl, you're muted.
How's that?
Okay, you're good.
All right. On the 16th from 9 to noon, no, 9 to 1, the submissions for members of the Art League, small works for big holiday. You probably received your prospectus if you're a member. And so they're accepting the works at that time on that Monday.
Okay. When is the next open invitation for people to try to submit work to become a member?
That will be December. Let me check my calendar here. Early December. Hang on a second.
And while he's looking for that, everyone, I believe twice a year, the New Braunfels Art League has an open show to where prospective new people can submit work to be considered to join and become a member, or a showing member. So
the jury process to become a displaying member, as we're called, is on Saturday, the 5th of December. And if anyone's interested, let me know. I can send you the details on it, which are quite complex, as some of you know, that have already gone through the process. But just give me a heads up.
Super, super. Okay. All right. All right. So that pretty much takes care of open discussion. The Christmas party, I've already told everyone it's going to be via Zoom this year. I'm going backwards. I'm sorry. Okay, open discussion. Okay. For those, some of you know this already. We may have a few people that don't know it, but the New Braunfels Photographic Society received a service award from PSA this year. In fact, we were the only club to receive a service award this year. 2019, no club received an award. So feeling pretty good about the club. The club does a lot of volunteer work and support, and we have a few members that also do stuff for PSA as well. Okay. The last time I brought this up, I showed y'all a generic plaque with just our stuff typed in over it. Actually, this week, well, last week, I received the plaque from PSA. Okay. Normally, we would have got the plaques at the National Convention, which was supposed to be held back in the latter part of September and the first part of October. Okay. Also, congratulations to Dennis. Dennis, I have your award. It has arrived. Dennis received a service award for all the work that he does for our club and work that he does for PSA as well. Okay. So congratulations, Dennis. Very well deserved.
Thank you.
Okay. Like I said, there was only 25 individuals in all of PSA that received individual service awards. There are other awards, you know, related to other things, but when it comes to service, there are only 25 given out. Okay, and Dennis, I'll get yours in the mail to you in the next couple of days. Okay, had to wait for them to come back. The first two plaques that they sent me belonged to other people. That I had to send those back and wait for them to find ours and send them to us. Okay. So there's Dennis. There's a scan of Dennis's award. So, okay. Theme for December is anything goes. Okay. So for December, good luck, everybody. Okay, time for the photo review. The assignments this month was macro, okay? And Ralph is gonna lead us through a critique. Before I get the photos up and turn it over to Ralph, each artist will have 2 minutes to tell us about your photo and give us some behind the scenes details. And then Ralph will give his critique, and then we'll allow folks to chime in if you have something to add. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and announce the winner this month. Okay, the winner was Albert. Congratulations, Albert.
Oh, thank you.
Okay,
That's awesome. Congratulations. Yeah.
You can chat with Holly in the chat room as far as what you want to do about your gift card. Holly is more than willing to get it to you one way or another. Okay. Okay, so that's the end of the PowerPoint. We are going to move on to reviewing the photos. So give me just a second. I'm going to stop this share so I can start a new one. So everyone now should just be seeing the people.
Gallery view.
There you go. Yeah. Okay. Let's see photos. Assignment photos. Okay. So what do you see?
Photo. Lily.
You see the assignment photo?
Yes.
Okay, great. Ralph, I'm going to turn it over to you. Well, yeah, go ahead, Ralph. Ralph, you're muted.
Okay, it's a good way to shoot or get the object that you want. It's not a cluttered picture. It's very good. You know exactly what she intended to do. Nice work. Good, nice and clear. Background is really soft and muted, so it doesn't interfere or subtract. Not much more to add to that. Anybody else?
Well, I should probably say it's Alano Lily. Doesn't grow here, but I did get some seeds from somebody, and I have a few growing in my yard. The background is a texture I did this against a white background and then put a texture in behind it.
Nice job. Okay.
Is that just a texture that you made? Because it looks like a blurred picture of like, you know, the woods and grass and so forth behind it.
It's a blurred picture of some muley grass out in my front yard.
Oh, okay. That's nice. It works well.
Thank you.
a little vignetting wouldn't have hurt.
A little what?
Vignetting.
Oh, vignetting.
Okay, moving on.
Well, that's quite a prickly image. Very, very clear and distinct. See, this is by Daryl Patrick. Okay. What was the object of this Daryl? You got some nice shape.
Well, the primary object, of course, was to fulfill the assignment. The secondary object was to find something to shoot, and just happened to have about probably 5 acres of this stuff around the house, so it wasn't too difficult, except I was looking for a special shape, and the heart shape fit perfectly there, so I thought the two would go good together.
Yeah, well, now that you mention it's a heart shape, then it is somewhat recognizable, yeah.
That's why I called it Happy Valentine's Day, hoping that somebody would catch the heart idea there. Oh, good. Thank you, Sharon.
I did.
Sharp eyes. And Melissa. Okay.
I don't see the heart shape in that magnification. Maybe we need to go back a little bit.
No, that's the whole picture right there.
Oh, picture. Oh, okay.
The whole heart isn't there. It's just like the top of the heart, kind of the curve of the heart where it comes to a point. Doesn't
You kind of have to know what hearts look like in Valentine's Day in order to catch the image, the rest of the piece, the rest of the story, as Paul would say.
It's the photographer's imagination that's being stretched a bit here, I think. Moving on. Okay, this is the chrysalis, obviously by Barbara Babersdorf. Very nice. It's very simple. Nothing left to the imagination, really. The photographer got close, or really singled out the object. Good work. Anybody else?
It's clearly a monarch. You can tell from the chrysalis. She got very good definition.
Right.
I had actually watched this one for a couple of days. You can usually see the wings. It turns black and then the wings start showing through. So I had been eyeing this for the assignment. So I was just kind of trying to get things together, and I went out and looked, and it was already starting to emerge. So I really had to scramble. And it happened really quickly. I would say less than 60 seconds. So I was, like I said, I was really having to scramble just not to lose it completely.
Well, you did well.
What is it hanging on, Barbara?
I actually have a little enclosure that I got for the grandkids, you know, that you can even start from the eggs, and then they can watch them progress as caterpillars until they come up and make the chrysalis. And so it was in that, so I could actually watch it. Like I said, I had been planning this for 2 or 3 weeks, and then it just kind of surprised me and happened faster than I thought it would.
Beautiful, beautiful piece.
Thank you.
You used the flash, did you not?
Yes, I believe I did have to, because I have it up under my porch where it was a little bit protected. And like I said, I just didn't have time to get everything together because it was just happening so quickly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a very lucky shot.
Well, thank you.
Okay. Okay, this is a very creative shot. This is obviously done in Photoshop with several layers, I would think. Is that right, Edward? Are you here?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I Photoshop, but the effects were from Boris Optics. So there's a couple of layers. It's the eyes and the lightning on the Sith, and then the background flames.
Is it on a mirror?
What?
Is it on a mirror?
It's on a black. It's a black plexiglass plate.
Okay, because you see the reflection of the feet. Huh?
Right.
Okay.
And then it's like 5 images because I had to focus stack it so that you could see it kind of like sharp front to back.
That's a lot of good work there.
I mean, the whole thing is only about 2.5 inches tall. So.
Right.
What is it? Is it some kind of toy from Star Wars?
It's a Lego skeleton reaper who's on a horse.
Oh, of course it is. Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Anybody who's stepped on those pieces early in the morning knows exactly what that is.
Exactly, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Haven't done that recently.
All right.
Very nice.
Okay. That's a very, very nice image of the stamen, I believe, Dennis, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't. I'm not into macro very much, but so I just picked out one of Sharon's flowers. And
Well,
took a picture.
yeah. It's a nice piece of work. Good depth of field. Well, you didn't want a great deal of depth of field. If you wanted to separate it from the background, you did a good job.
Yeah.
Did you do any focus stacking there? One shot.
Actually, I think I did on that one. I had a couple of them, and that I did of this same flower, and this is the picture I ended up selecting, and I think I did focus stack it because it was, getting the depth of field was.
Yeah. You got a couple of the other pieces of the flower in there. It started to get sharp. That's good. Anybody else?
Did you use a light, Dennis? I don't remember.
No, I don't think I used the light there. That was just the light from
the window.
Movie coming, in the morning. It comes through that window up there.
Yeah, it looked pretty soft. Yeah, that's good. Is Suzanne here? No, I don't think so. But it's a nice image, and she got the that little critter there on the right side of the flower, and just in focus.
Well, Sue Ely is here. Is that who we talking?
No, Suzanne Packard.
No, she's not here.
She did a nice job of the background. I don't know how she got it like that. Maybe as a blue card. Lighting is really soft, yeah. So it's not harsh. Very good picture. Okay. Patrick, are you here?
Patricia.
It was Patricia.
Patricia, sorry.
I'm here.
Okay. Okay. Is this on a side of, it looks like it's on a stucco or something, or is that just the pavement?
It's just the pavement.
Okay. Well, it's a good focus. Looks like it was shot about 2 in the afternoon or something like that. Pretty bright. Good texture.
That was just leaves laying on the patio, and believe it or not, it was in the morning. It was just the reflection of the sun, I guess, because it was much more golden. My patio is not that color.
Oh,
I see. Okay. Yeah, the sun was obviously not at high noon, so it was either early or late. It's hard to say.
Right, right.
Okay. Well, it's missing something to give it a little impact, but it fills out the requirements.
Maybe vignette.
And Frank, I don't think Frank is here, is he?
I'm here.
Are you? Okay. Well, that's an interesting strip of leaf that you zoomed in on. Good texture, sharpness.
So this is, I wanted to show the city map, the texture of the leaf. I tried several different leaves. I ended up with an oak. And I went back and forth between showing the whole leaf. You know, the oak leaves, they have lots of, for lack of a better word, arms and legs. And I went back and forth between just showing this texture and showing the whole thing. I decided on this with a strong vertical crop. I shot this backlit. So I have a cheap flash and a 2x2 softbox and a diffuser. And I laid the leaf down on top of the diffuser. And because I have an old camera, there's no TTL or anything like that. So I just did test shots, full power, half power, quarter power. I think I ended up something like an 1/8 power on the flash, and then got what I felt was the right exposure on it. So yeah, I even, as far as different leaves, I even went out to Lost Maples to see if I could get some red, but the leaves hadn't started changing yet. So I ended up with a leaf from my front yard from one of the oak trees.
Yeah, that's quite a trip to Lost Maples, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I was out there and everything was still green, so it was pretty disappointing.
Yeah. Well, it's an interesting crop. It's interesting.
It does look like little neighborhoods, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
And stuff. It's very interesting.
Yeah, when you say the city map, that's exactly, now you put that in there. Now you can see that, but that's really interesting, yeah. And
if you put a little car in there, would have been good.
Yeah, the center of the leaf is like the main highway, right? It's like
so what you're looking at here is probably 2 or 3 inches of the leaf.
Right.
It's a small leaf, and so I got pretty tight on it.
Yeah. That's cool. Okay. Okay, Melissa. This is very interesting. I know what's going on here. That's drops of water on whatever this surface is. That's really good, Melissa.
Thank you.
And those drops of water, they pick up an image behind that's in front of it, which is a flag. That's really cool that you did that.
So what I did, I had a clear glass plate and a punch bowl, and I put my iPad with the image of the flag inside the punch bowl so that it would be reflecting upward. And then I had to situate it so that the flag was actually upside down, so that the flag would be right side up in the droplets of water. I kind of put Rain-X on the glass plate on the platter, and then drops of water with a syringe on it. And then I did have to use a flash out ahead of the camera so that it wouldn't reflect on the dots. It was kind of being a pain. This was kind of a whole weekend exercise for me.
Wow.
Came
Yeah.
out nice.
Kudos on that. That is incredible. That's a lot of work and ingenuity.
Yeah.
Definitely more than I could have put together, I think.
Did anyone ever use glycerin rather
I
than
have
water?
not used glycerin, no.
Just wondered if anybody in the club had.
I
Does
used
it-
it a long time ago with a guy I was shooting in Phoenix, and we did it to emulate the sweat, so that the sweat wasn't running off. It would stay on his face and his chest better. So, but that was the only time I ever used it, really.
Hmm.
Glycerin with water, a little bit of water.
Yeah. And afterwards, I thought oil might have worked better, but anyways, it was an
You came out good.
process.
Yeah,
Thank you.
really impressed with that. Yeah, this is quite interesting.
Yeah.
Jeff, is Jeff here? Jeff Newton.
Yeah, he was.
Well, it's
Space bar work thing until it didn't. So I spent about 3 days figuring out how to do soap bubbles.
yeah.
There's a lot of YouTube videos on it. This is about a 2-inch bubble, 2.5-inch bubble. I actually put dish soap and some glycerin in the back lens cap for a Nikon lens. Set it up on a terrarium, and I've got a 4-foot cheap octobox on top for flash. And the soap bubbles are kind of interesting because they start out virtually nothing, and then they, as the soap cycles off the top and starts running down the sides, you have the halo effects, and eventually you start getting more and more colors and swirls, and you can blow on it gently and get more swirls and more crazy colors. It's fascinating. I'm going to go spend a few more days getting it down pat, but I used a 90mm macro lens, Tamron Lens, and my f-stops ended up being between f45 and f57 at about 11 inches from this bubble.
Hey,
I didn't know the lens would even do that.
that is incredibly small aperture, and you start to get some, what is it called? Diffraction when you get down like that, but it still looks great.
I've got, there were a bunch of them where I had single bubbles, and this one it was interesting because sometimes you end up with multiples and try and pop them. But I called this one, Planet Hatchery.
Yeah, that's quite interesting.
Anyway.
It's really cool.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Glad somebody's got some imagination.
Next time you do that, try to get a picture when you pop it. Like,
not asking much.
That would be kind of hard to do, but like have it explode. I would like to see
you can
that
do
with all those colors.
I know you can do it with balloons. I don't know about the bubble because you really don't ever know when it's going to go.
Yeah.
Timing is everything. It's difficult.
Okay, Albert, how did you do this one?
Well, I think just like Melissa, I spent a whole weekend working on this guy. So I don't have a macro lens, so I had an extension tube, and I tried several of my prime lenses, and surprisingly, the one that worked the best was a kit lens that had a slight zoom, and I was able to get focused in, but that was a challenge. So I tried different things. So this is set up on my kitchen counter. It's a blue bowl, so that's how you get that blue color in the bottom. And then I have an artificial flower in the back, and that's just a piece of grass that I went outside and walked around, grabbed one. And I have a a third hand setup with little clips that's holding that grass underwater. And I had a speed light, about a 45-degree angle there, just facing it. And then I had a LED cube on the other side, just giving it like an orange kind of shade to it. I had a little gel or a filter on it. And to get it focused like that, I did focus stacking. I try to put my camera on a tripod with a rail and just going back and forth and giving several shots. And surprisingly, the best approach was handheld and just inching in and just taking continuous shots at about a medium speed, and then just kind of inching away and just doing it over and over and over until I was able to get the reflection of that flower on the top water drops. And I placed those with a syringe too. So I know the pain, Melissa.
Yeah.
So, and I don't like to saturate my pictures. Surprisingly, there was light. Other than the focus stacking, I only did a little bit of mods on Photoshop, but it was all colorful. I didn't pull too many of the colors out. That's just the way it turned out.
That's really well done, and yeah, great work on your part. A lot of creativity.
Thank you. Yeah, it took a little while, but I was committed. It was about 17 shots that got photo stacked.
Wow.
I've done photo stacking, and I always use a tripod, never a rail, but I would just slowly shift the focusing ring until it got a little bit further, and that worked quite well.
Yeah, and like I said, surprisingly, handheld is what worked.
That's weird.
I just kind of anchored my hands on the counter and slightly, I mean, you're talking about no more than half an inch back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah. Congrats, that's a great shot.
Thank you.
Okay. Eric, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
All right.
Oh, there's your.
It's a nice, very good shot. I like it. It's sharp, clear, and a lot of texture. The light was at a good angle to give you that hard lines. And these are a bunch of coins. Yeah, challenge coins. Okay.
So I'd gotten a new LED light and was wanting to play with it over to the side. It's actually camera right, and just the pictures straight down on it. And it's a Harley Davidson challenge coin, and that's the road name that whenever you ride with a motorcycle group, you end up with a road name. So that's my road name. The short story behind that was I was the photographer for the group at the time, and I had a GoPro on one side of my helmet facing forward and another GoPro on the other side facing back, and they said it looked like antlers, so they started calling me Bullwinkle because of the antlers.
Yeah, that's the way it works. Yeah. Very nice work.
What is that? Oh, excuse me. I was just asking, what is that? Is that some kind of a plaque that you've taken a picture of with the?
No, it's actually a coin. It's about the size of a silver dollar is about the size. So those are quarters that are around it, and so it's just a silver coin that I had. So
I see. It looks huge.
Yeah, that was a 1-to-1 crop on it. The camera was right down over the top of it.
Yeah, that light worked very well. Okay. And Anthony, I know you're here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very simple image with Is that water or glycerin going down the spring?
That's water.
Okay.
It didn't break out the glycerin. This image, it was actually a spring out of a pen, a ballpoint pen, and that's
Yeah.
and the background is a black piece of foam board. The spring is sitting on a cookie sheet that's turned upside down. And the challenge was getting the spring to stay in place while I was spraying it with mist of water, because that little spring just kept wanting to fall over. And I was so tempted to go get glue and put it under the bottom and to hold it there, but I didn't. So that was kind of a challenge. And I this is the first macro thing I've ever done. And I don't have a macro lens, but I had close-up filters. I bought close-up filters off Amazon for this
That'll
thing
do
to
it.
try it out. So it was just fun. So that's what I did. And that was on a 24-120 Nikon F4 lens. Manual focus, of course, and doing that. So with that close-up filter on there, and there was a flash to the right. So I think focus stacking could help with some of the sharpness in there, I think. So, but anyway, it was just kind of, it was fun. It took a few hours. It was fun.
Yeah. Just about everything on that coil is sharp.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would think the water droplets might move on you if you were trying to focus stack.
That's true, Sharon. That's a very good point. It sure could be. Yeah. And that spring, I'd get back and that spring would fall over, and I'm yelling at myself and trying to set it back up, and then it falls over again. And I'm like, yeah, got it. But anyway, it came out pretty good.
Very nice.
Yeah, my flag kept turning upside down on me. You know how like when you're trying to tilt something just slightly and then it flips on you? So there was a little bit of swearing going on in my just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
And let's see, Greg. Greg, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I know it's not a typical macro shot, but I shot it with a macro lens, so that's why I figured it fit into the category. But natural light, shot in a parking garage, and the model just had beautiful eyes and did her makeup beautiful. So.
Yeah, she did. Very good.
We can see
and
you.
Of course, we see you in there.
Yeah, I almost used it last month for the reflection one, but I didn't feel like the reflection was too prominent. You couldn't, so, but yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah.
Nice shot.
Thanks.
The lighting is super soft, very complimentary. Very good.
Thank you.
Okay, Sandy Gilbert. Okay. You got some bees around your house?
It was actually a wasp or a hornet's nest.
Yeah.
And I'm not big into macro either, so I have great admiration for people who do it well, because it eludes me a lot. But anyway, that's just basically what this was. I used Hober's 105 macro lens and in natural light by a window.
Yeah.
So you brought it inside, but we're using natural light, is what you're saying, right?
What's that? Yeah, I brought it inside. It was one I had picked up some time ago.
Yeah, luckily it was inactive. That's good.
Yeah, right. It was empty.
Looks like it has some critters in there.
Okay. Martin, you're here, I believe, aren't you?
No, he's
Martin.
not.
Oh, he's not.
Okay. That's an interesting shot. And the design on his abdomen is interesting. Looks like a heart. Good focus. Background is out of focus to maintain the the interest on the subject itself. Nice work.
I believe that's the last one in the category, Ralph.
I believe so. Oh, I don't know, but you must.
I had mine. Is mine not there?
Oh,
Oh no, not yours.
That's okay. We can skip it.
no, we're not going to skip it.
I double checked Dropbox and they all uploaded.
Hang on.
You didn't put your own in? Oh,
I didn't like it anyway, so we can skip it.
don't feel bad. I didn't put one in.
What was it, Holly?
It was a praying mantis.
Oh, the
I
little
remember.
one.
Yeah.
I like that one.
That's
It
a
was
good one.
good.
Yeah, I remember seeing that one.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was good.
Good one.
Why isn't it in here though?
I don't know.
It's not in the, Holly, it's not in the folder.
I double checked. I swear I double checked. There were 17 uploaded for assignment.
Okay. I guess
But don't
I'll
worry
have to
about
catch
it. We'll
up.
just skip it.
Did it end up in the other group?
Well, hang on for a second.
He had the cutest little grin on him. It was just.
Yeah.
The,
While you're looking, I had a praying mantis that was hanging out on my hummingbird feeders this summer, and I don't like them there because they will kill hummingbirds.
They will?
Oh, really?
Will.
Wow, I didn't know they were
Yeah.
that strong.
Yeah, they are very strong. And I learned that in one of those Wednesday night photo things that I sat through with a guy that does pollinator macro out of Houston. He told us that. And I Googled it recently to see, like, surely, I never knew that. And I found some pictures of them eating hummingbirds. It disturbed me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So
Spiders can do that.
I didn't like it. I took a broom and let him crawl up on the broom and then moved him far, far away from my hummingbird feeder.
Well, good for you.
I didn't want to kill him. I just didn't want him killing my hummingbirds.
No kidding.
I know they eat bees and stuff all the time. I see them do
Yeah,
that.
but yeah, they'll eat hummingbirds too.
Wow.
Hanging literally on the bottom of it with his head at the edge where the perch was. So he was there waiting. Waiting.
Wow.
Quite the hunter.
Yeah, just sit and wait.
One of them tried to bite me the other day. Not bite me, but he jumped on me and tried to go up my finger in my hand. I'm like, yeah, you critter. It's like, he was a little aggressive. Just pushed him aside.
Okay, Dennis.
hey, before you start, Ralph, Holly,
Yeah.
I couldn't find it.
All right, don't worry about it.
Well,
It's on Facebook and it's on the website.
Yeah.
We'll go there as soon as we get through with the color ones. Okay, Ralph,
Okay.
take it away.
Now this looks very contrived somehow. No, it's really, really nice. You've got everything. You've got a water element. You've got an animal. You've got the background. It's really about everything you want in something like this. It's a great shot, good depth of field.
But it wasn't contrived.
I was joking.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice indeed.
I just, yeah. But looks like Alaska, so.
Yeah.
Alaska.
Yeah.
Okay, Jeff.
Becca, you had a question?
Oh, is that Alaska? Is that what he was saying?
Denali National Park.
Denali. That's cute. Yeah,
Okay, Jeff, your
Yeah.
soap bubbles again. That's
This is
excellent.
soap bubble, and it's actually, I clipped it, threw it in Photoshop and mirrored it.
Yeah.
Aligned it and married it. It's amazing some of the colors and stuff that you get on these things. I've got 100 and none of them are close to the same.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really effective when you mirror that.
it's fun to see what happens.
Yeah, the black background just makes the colors pop. The way to do it.
Thank you.
Okay, Holly.
That was
I've
just
seen
in our
these critters
backyard.
around.
Yeah, I
Go
like
ahead.
doing, insect pictures.
What kind of bee is that? Do you know?
It's a carpenter wasp.
Oh. Carpenter. And he's got his wood there. Okay.
Yeah, he's actually, if you zoom in on his little mouth, he's got little pieces of wood he's been picking up off of this piece of wood that he's sitting on.
Oh, it's eating the wood.
I think they use it to build their tunnel nest.
What kind of was it 100 millimeter macro or?
Yeah, 105.
105. You had good depth of field there. Did you take more than one shot?
No, this is just one shot.
That's good. The background, of course, is nice and out of focus, which is what you want. And you've got them off center in a rule of thirds, looks to me. Looks great.
The
Okay,
lighting
well
wasn't great. It was like 4 o'clock and maybe 3 o'clock. So it was kind of harsh light. But I tried to, the light was behind the wasp. So yeah, it wasn't, the shadows weren't too harsh. But I wish the lighting had been a little softer.
I don't know. It looks fine, actually. You've got plenty of detail. Maybe if you could have got a little more contrast, perhaps, if it was different lighting.
Yeah.
But it's, well, in the eyes of the beholder, I think it looks great.
The wood is really interesting.
Okay. Okay, Daryl. Very nice. Kind of coming out of the side, very dramatic. It's a good look. In the background, of course, nice and soft. Daryl, did you have a macro lens, Daryl?
Yeah, 300 millimeter macro.
300?
Not a good lens. It's a Sigma, but it worked all right as long as my subject is right pretty much in the center. But get off of that, then you can't really focus it very well.
300. I never knew one. Okay, fair enough. Did a good job.
Thank you.
You want the outside to be soft anyway, generally.
Yeah, I suppose.
It worked for you. Nicely done. Good color. Great focus. Oh, I'm getting hungry here. Doggone it, Melissa. That's not fair. Okay.
So I still was using my macro lens for this, and the only thing I really did to this photo was just put it through topaz sharpen and denoise a little bit. I had one spot on the berries, on the center berry, that I really had trouble getting focused in along with everything else. And then the lights in the back was just some of those miniature LED Christmas lights that was like, 6 or 8 feet away.
Yeah, that worked very well. Okay. Yeah, groups of 3 are supposed to be very attractive or pleasant to look at.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very, very enticing image.
Thank you.
Melissa, what were the lights in the background?
It was just some real teeny tiny LED Christmas lights, and I wrapped it around the back of a chair on the other end of kitchen table. So it's about 6 feet away.
Okay. Greg Kress. I don't believe he's with us tonight, is he?
Yeah, he is.
Greg?
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I shot that down in San Antonio by the old train station area. She's really just about 3 feet off the ground. Then I photoshopped another 3 feet or so below her. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then I photoshopped about another 5 feet to the right of the picture. I think there was another window there or a fire escape or something. But I would have had her point her right foot down, point her toe more, straighten her back a little bit, and soften her hand a little better. But yeah.
The thing is, you've got a lot of negative space, and this really works well with that, don't you think? I mean, it's off basically your rule of thirds again. Any comments on that?
I like the negative space. It looks really good in there.
The simplicity of it.
I feel a lot more comfortable knowing that she didn't have to jump up that high.
Yeah.
I'm sure you did. Yeah.
Photoshop magic.
Yeah, keeping it image simple makes it more impressive, or keeps the subject in focus, so you know what the photographer wanted to show. Okay. Now this from Barbara. This is the, what's that plant?
Passion flower.
Is Barbara here?
Yes, that's a passion flower.
Passion flower, that's right.
Yeah, the most common ones we see around here are the purple passion flowers, but there are several different varieties. And they really are unique, and the best way to showcase their uniqueness is to do a macro.
Yeah.
And
the bee, yeah.
The day I took the picture, the bees were just all over the plant. I was trying to get, a better picture of the bee with, drinking the nectar, but they weren't that cooperative. But I still thought it was.
Yeah, it's just a little dark, a little underexposed. But,
that's the vignetting.
well, you got to be careful with that.
If she lightened up the upper right-hand corner, would that make it look a little more, high key, a little less underexposed? Just maybe lightening up that black part, maybe just putting green back there or something. Maybe that.
No, that wouldn't have helped much. You want that black there to make it pop, to give it the contrast you need. If we could have brought some light down on the bee, or even use your dodging tool, that might have been a help.
No, I didn't think about that.
It's very colorful. I've got some of these in the backyard, but they're wild, I think, and they're just totally green. They're really a waste of time. They don't look like anything. If you took everything there and made it green, that's what it would look like.
These are really striking, though.
Yeah, it can be. All right, Albert. Okay.
Well,
Are you sitting on the back of the plane? No, you're looking out the window, obviously.
yeah, down, I think that's Grand Canyon, right? I was getting close to Las Vegas, but I don't know. I was just going through some shots here recently, and I miss traveling.
Yeah,
I miss traveling. I haven't done much since January, so just as I named it, let's fly again.
Well, you've got a good shot of the topography and the plane. Yeah, it's a very nice image.
Thank you. I finally booked my first trip. So it's time, I think, hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking around for something to shoot, and in the house I saw this light coming through the window, and it looked kind of interesting, and perhaps it's kind of a tableau. Tripod, small f-stop, got most everything in focus. Gave it a nice warm tone. Didn't have to work too hard at that.
The little boy on the left is your early days?
No, actually, it's my wife and her sister. So that's pretty early, all right. But Santa Claus, yeah. And then to the right of that is her sister at a much older period of her life.
Oh, yeah.
It's a really cool sewing machine. I have not heard of that brand before.
You have to go to Germany, I suspect, to find that. Gritzner, yeah. My wife's a fanatic when it comes to antique. She goes to the, not real antiques, but what is it? Almost antiques. Anyway, moving on.
Ralph, what is the item that was against the wall that looks like a cat? I'm just curious as to what that was at the very end, at the very far right.
Yeah, that used to be our cat, but he got hit by a truck. And we put it,
I think you're spinning a yarn.
It is, yeah. It's a fabric cat. You know, it's just a thin, stuffed animal.
As I've never seen one quite like that.
Yeah.
Maybe it had a purpose, you know, a utility.
Okay, Patrick Jones. Patricia Jones.
I'll be Patrick in my next lifetime.
Well, I hope not. Okay, Patricia. Nice color, and the background really sets it off well. And you got a nice angles going with the leaves. Good placement. Sharp. Okay, looks good.
Well, thank you.
Any comments? Anybody else? Somebody. Okay.
That was an 80 millimeter macro lens.
And is the background just like a sidewalk or something? It's got such soft texture to it.
It is, and then I did a little vignetting and increased the contrast so it would look a little bit more spotty than it actually does. It made other things that made the leaves stand out more.
Yeah, you can't hurt with vignette.
I thought I'd win you over with that.
You definitely did.
I like the contrast. It's nice.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh my. Bill Brittle, are you here?
Yes, I am.
All right. Interesting colors you got going here. Was that purely makeup?
That is all makeup.
Wow.
My wife does just as a hobby. She just does makeup on her face, and she did that one. And I said, "Well, let's take a picture of it."
Oh,
so
very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. She does
And
all
the
right.
flower that the color of the flower was really the great color for that.
Great. So is that your wife, or is?
Yes, ma'am.
I love her eyes.
Yeah, I did some dodging and burning on her eyes to get them to kind of glow somewhat.
Yeah, you got the iris to come up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, found another little trick too on the eyes. Is the white portion?
Yeah.
I actually just copied the eyes, and I painted the eyes white with the brush.
Yeah.
And then you just cut down the opacity. until they look kind of natural. But that seemed to bring out the white really well.
That's certainly a good way to do it. Okay. Moving. There we go. Eric, are you here?
Yes.
Okay, that's a great background. The color really works with that flower. You use a color wheel to pick that?
Yeah,
See
but
that?
yeah, basically I color wheeled the choices on it because it was shot on a gray piece of paper.
Mm-hmm. So that's a complementary color, I think. Very good. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah. Great texture on the outside, all throughout.
I used about, I think I had 4 layers that I was playing with on that, with textures and stuff. So, and it shot with an LED, same LED light that I was using for the other photo. So I'm kind of enjoying playing with lay flats right now. That's what I've been doing for the last 4 or 5 months since we've been stuck at home.
Was that one LED light?
Correct. One LED with a 25-inch softbox and diffuser over it.
Nice.
And
Okay.
and it is actually, you know, just perpendicular to the flower. It's not above it. It's shooting across it.
Yeah, it looks like there's a shadow at the bottom of the, yeah. Yeah, the colors really make this thing sing or pop. Very good.
Thank you.
Nice. I like it.
Looks like a painting almost.
Sharon. Okay.
This is at Big Bend last week, and we had gotten up to shoot Santa Elena Canyon, which is off to the right. But the clouds weren't off to the right, the clouds were behind. And so I ended up turning my camera around and shooting the sunrise. We had hoped to get some red light onto the canyon, but it didn't really happen. So.
Well, then that's when you cheat and you saturate the red. Come on.
Or you turn around and take the other side.
You got to amplify things sometimes. It's a good shot. Everything, foreground sharp, background sharp. Rule of thirds, looks like, and yeah. Nice work.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice color.
Okay. Hey, Sandy. I know you're here. Okay.
Yeah, I'm there. This is basically
your backyard.
No, actually, this was just one of those things unplanned. I was walking along a path at Guadalupe River State Park, and I didn't move anything. The composition was just as it is. I think it was underneath where maybe the vultures roost, because there's a lot of droppings there. It's basically pretty much straight out of camp.
It's a vulture exhaust.
Yeah. And
yeah, it's a nice shot.
So yeah,
You said not to move anything.
Yes, yeah, I didn't really want to touch anything. And it's pretty much straight out of camera.
And just a little bit of vignetting. That looks good.
Nice textures, really nice textures.
Thank you.
Yeah. Everything's sharp and in focus.
And I believe that's the last one in the color category. And I was able to find Holly's photo. I don't know why it didn't, I I must have lost it somehow, but we'll go back to the assignment photo category. And Ralph,
There it is.
Yeah, you really got the expression there. Good depth of field. Good depth of field, Holly. Just narrow enough, but yet you got the eyes, the mouth, and the antennae. They are some strange creatures, though, aren't they?
They have such a personality to their face, especially when they cock their head a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was moving around. He was above me on a fence post. So that's how I got the background so smooth, and it was just trees, tree bokeh.
Yeah.
But he was moving around, so I couldn't get his whole body in focus. And I just thought, I'll just crop in on his little face anyway. That's where all his personality is.
Now, if you got a macro and you're trying to get that whole body in focus, you're talking about a lot of stacking.
Yeah,
Or
and
unless you go.
we're trying to shoot really rapidly or changing focal points, and he was just moving around too much, and it was windy too.
Yeah, maybe if you had him from the side, it wouldn't have been too bad, but yeah.
Yeah.
But then you wouldn't have got his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a sweet picture. I love it.
Yeah.
And if the light was just so harsh, I almost didn't use it because the light is just not ideal.
Yeah.
Those two little dots.
Yeah.
For them.
You could have set up your softbox and a nice screen over his head,
All right.
Any suggestions for improvement?
I'm impressed that you got those two little dots. I didn't know they even had that. I've never seen that before.
That's their eyes.
His eyes.
Yeah, I've known.
Tiny little.
That's part of their eyes. They got a compound eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's the beauty of the macro lens and getting in close. You see things you don't see. That's
Yeah.
why those pictures are always so interesting. I think it's really interest me.
I can see myself having a nightmare tonight.
They kind of freak me out a little bit. They've got some really wicked, I don't know what they're called, on their front legs that they use to get their prey.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Claws, kind of.
Yeah.
They're like pincers. I think they're
Well, they
pincers.
have like, yeah, some wicked little jaggedy things on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Well, listen, I'm going to have to go Google praying mantis hunting hummingbirds now because I'm so curious.
Yeah.
I wish later I'll wish I hadn't, but I'm really
You will wish you hadn't. It freaked me out when I saw it. I was like, oh no, that guy's not staying out there. Sorry.
All righty. Everyone should be seeing the group photo now.
Yes.
Okay.
The black and white now?
No, we're not going to do black and white. We only do 2 categories a month now.
Okay.
The black and whites have been sent to PSA for critiquing. Okay. Hopefully in a couple of weeks, we'll have now we have 2 sets. We have 1 set of black and white and 1 set of color in for evaluation by PSA. Hopefully we'll have some results back. When we do, I'll email the results out to each individual photographer. Okay. And we'll go from there.
Victor,
Yes.
I have a question about the ones that are being sent out to PSA. We normally reduce the size of our images to send into Holly to make them faster to load up and everything. Is that going to affect our scores with them if they're at a lower resolution?
That's a great question. That's a great question, Sandy, and I don't have a good answer for you. Let's wait and see how these 2 sets of critiques come back, and if we need to send full-size resolutions, we can. But since this is a digital review, I don't think so. Okay. I mean, my gut says no. Okay. That it should be good. Okay. But we'll see. We'll see if we get any comments.
Okay.
Okay. Ralph, I want to thank you for providing the commentary tonight for the review of the photos. Thank you very much, sir.
I hope it had some positive effect.
I've got a couple of things that I left out of the PowerPoint that I want to address before we close the meeting. The bylaws calls for a financial audit once a year. Okay, the financial audit committee has been appointed. Barbara is the chairman of that committee, and she is assisted by Frank. Is Frank still here? There you are, and Barbara's still here. Okay, so that audit is ongoing. They are in communication with Shearin, conducting the audit, and hopefully by next month they'll have the final report to provide to the board. Okay, which will be shared at the monthly meeting in December.
They should have both received the documents they need. I assume they did.
Frank, Barbara?
Yes, I got them, but we were out of town all weekend and then I had to go to work. So I haven't really had time to.
That's okay. I just wanted to make sure that you received them safely.
We did.
Understand, and take your time. And like when I got both of you together for the initial meeting, when you accepted the positions, if you have questions and you need to go back to Sharon and you want to do it in a Zoom call, let me know and I'll set it up. And you can, get everything settled. Okay. But I'm pretty sure as long as, let's see, this month's report had the 2,000 in there.
Yeah, that was left over from the former, just didn't get erased.
Okay. So can you redo that and send it to me?
Yeah, I can do that in a minute.
Okay. All right. Great. And then I want to thank Homer. Homer was the committee chairman for our nomination committee, which put together the slate of officers for 2021. Thank you very much for that, Homer. Excellent job. And I'm glad that's behind us and we're moving on to 2021. And then I want to thank Ralph, chairman of the volunteer committee. I'm sure once the COVID's over, volunteer opportunities are going to increase, and Ralph is going to need your continued support. Okay. And then Dennis. Dennis is going to be leaving the board. Okay, but he's still going to take on a role in the leadership, in that he's going to be our PSA representative. Okay, so all of the actions going between us and PSA will be going through Dennis. Okay, so all you guys, I just want to say a special thanks to all of you, because the things that we do or things we're able to achieve, we can only do it with that help from the membership and the people that step up to volunteer and help with different projects. Okay. All righty. I'm going to go around the room one last time for any last minute things. William.
I'm good for right now.
Okay. All right. I hope you stay good. Dennis.
Yeah, me too. I'm good.
Okay. Sharon.
Everything's fine.
Okay. Ralph. You're muted, Ralph.
Nothing.
Okay. Homer.
Not for me.
Okay. Sandy.
Fine, thanks.
Okay. Melissa.
I'm good.
Okay. Frank.
I'm good.
Holly.
Got nothing for you.
Okay. And Holly, I'm sorry I missed that photo. It's,
No big deal.
well, I don't know what I did. So, Becca.
Just quick question. When you said you were sending a group of black and white photos and a group of color photos for critique, what two groups were they? Were they from this time or from last time, the last assignment, or?
Okay, let's see, we reviewed color this time. So last month we reviewed the black and white, the assignment in black and white. So we took the color photos and sent them off to be critiqued by a PSA judge. And then for this month, we sent the black and white photos to PSA to be critiqued by a judge. Okay. So once, and I did that this time, but starting in January, our PSA rep is going to be doing that. So, so it'll still continue as long as we're Zooming. Okay. But, just trying to make things continue to run smooth and keep the interest of the membership. Okay. All right. Let's see. Daryl.
Nothing from here.
Okay. Eric.
Nothing here.
Okay. Everybody, if you didn't know it, Eric is our newest member. Okay. And Eric, if you will stick around after the meeting's over, and Sharon, if you could stick around as well. Okay. That issue with the check.
Sure.
Okay. Patricia.
Nothing, but thank you, Victor.
Barbara.
I'm good.
Ed.
Nope, nothing, thanks.
Okay. Albert.
Good, Victor. Thank you.
Okay. And Greg.
I'm good.
Okay. And congratulations once again to Albert for winning the assignment photo this year. Okay. I mean, this month. Okay. And that's it, everybody. Amazing work. Every month, I'm just in awe at the images that you share with us. Okay. And the fact that you're still able to produce work without letting the COVID, just shut you down completely is just amazing. But I want everybody to stay safe, and I look forward to seeing everyone again next month. Okay. More details coming out via email in regard to our Zoom Christmas party. Okay.
Night.
All right.
Thanks, Victor.
Night. Thank you. Night, everybody.
Night.
Night, everybody.
Thank you.
Victor, I appreciate you recording this. That way, if I'm ever not at a meeting, I can watch them. So.
Yeah, it'll be up on the YouTube channel. I want to say tomorrow, but maybe the next day.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, Sharon, Eric, Sharon got your check for $30. It's based on time of year. It's going to be applied to the 2021 dues.
Right.
And because you're a PSA member as well, your dues are only $15. So Sharon's going to cut you a refund check for $15. Okay.
Well, or I'm actually Sharon. It's okay. I don't mind making a donation to the club as well. There's costs involved in different things, so I'm completely okay with making the remainder of that a donation to the club.
Well, thank you. That'd be great.
Okay.
Okay, Eric, that is really super, and we appreciate it. But I need to just say this. While we are a nonprofit, we're not, we're a 501(c). We're not a 3C, we're a 4C.
Right.
which means donations are not tax deductible.
No, that's not a problem at all.
Okay, well, listen, thank you very much for your donation, Eric.
You bet.
And look forward to hopefully meeting you in person one day.
That would be great. Absolutely.
All right.
All right. Thank you all so much. I'm really enjoying it. So see y'all next month.
All right. Okay, Sharon, thanks a lot. And y'all keep up the great work. Okay. Tell Dennis I'll get his plaque in the mail to him in the next couple of days.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And tell him it's well deserved.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Night.
I'll tell him next time I see him.
Okay.